Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Feminine read for you here today. And I just want to turn this a little bit. And I will do oracle cards at the end as well. So I'm going to get right into it. It is January 1st, 2019. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you all so much for all of our conversations during the year and your likes, subscribes, and shares, of course. Please do so if you enjoy the content. And if you should need my services, coaching, Reiki, cards, numerology, my information's below, as well as my website and my email and my CD information. And I have a great clearing video too that's 57 minutes long. It goes through, it's a Reiki clearing, it's not just a meditation. It clears through every one of your chakras, and it's really pretty amazing when it comes to the throat chakra, so it's pretty cool. So let me know if you need anything, and in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started. When I started the read, it was finished at 319, which is interesting because the coding number that mainly came up was 19 as well, and it's 2019, so that was perfect introduction to the sun this year. And transition lenses came up as I was finishing up, so that was important for someone. Someone may need transition lenses, or the Divine Feminine just in general through this portal energy receives a new perspective, which is interesting because the death card was the final card in this read, which is in the Sirian Starseed deck, very much the portal. It's literally a portal. And for the masculine, it was the Hangman. So, and that's about seeing a new perspective. So between the two, because remember, your energies are always combined, and very much the reads were today about one seeing themselves as the other's energy, because you're feeling each other. So, the major arcana for the feminine today were the shadow and transition. So that's the devil and death. So, and again, that was the outcome. It's very much, I wasn't getting any specific death stuff. I was getting all transformation and transition stuff. I didn't get any death stuff. Usually at least something comes across, but it wasn't. So it's not like that. There's 1 wand, 3 cups, 4 pentacles, and 1 sword. So very heavy on the cups and pentacles. And Page of Cups and King of Pentacles came through here. So, and in the masculine read, there was a Libra energy that came through with also the Page of Cups, which is a Pisces energy. So it's very much about on both sides, the masculine and the feminine. There may be a parent and child who is something to work out between them, or it's just the masculine or feminine and their inner child that they're opening their heart more. Okay. So it was very positive. And even if it started out with an argument between a mother or father and child, it ended up positive in the masculine read. And for the feminine, it's more about just cracking your heart open even more wide. Okay. So the numbers that came up in the coding were 7, 2, 10, and 19, as well as 33, 37, 37, and 13, 41. As I started the read, 27 also came up, which is the Ace of Wands. So the Sun, the Ace of Wands. 33 is the 7 of Wands, which came up in the read, and then 77 is the 9 of Pentacles. 37, of course, is the King of Cups. So as we go through the coding, that was all about moderation, and of course, moderation is all about staying at 0 point, which is very interesting because I got some imagery about infinity and moderation, 0 point, which I'll bring up later, but it was kind of cool what came in today. So it's all about the feminine within the masculine. Again, like I said, you can't just say information about you or them because you're both getting each other's stuff. So it's half you, half them. I mean, it's more you, but some of their stuff is always going to be filtered through you. So you need to see the key in this co-creation process. In connection and destined with other half of, so Jesus, for me, N is code for Jesus, so it's that Jesus Mary Magdalene thing where you're half of each other, okay, but it's always in moderation, staying at 0 point. Also that the divine feminine powers are destined to lead the partnership, not the divine masculine, through moderation, okay, so you're guiding him, obviously, because you're the first awakened, or leading that path anyway. it was confirming that in the coding today. And of course the number 7 and 2 were very prevalent, that's interesting because that's the day that I met my twin. And also another type of energy from the codes was about the masculine's family not wanting to share him. The 7 need to see the keys and the power of the 2 of Cups, that partnership of soulmates, twin flames, seeing eye to eye, that connection that we have, the telepathic and heart-based connection that we have in that partnership. But the soulmate and family don't want to share him. Okay, so there's moderation coming up in regards to that as well. And I was having trouble writing today. I went through about 5 pens that wouldn't write. You know how you get free pens in the mail sometimes? And that's kind of all I had left in the house. So I went through like 5 pens because none of them were writing anymore. So there's some kind of block in expressing yourself or writing things down, whatever it is that's coming up. So I wouldn't be surprised if my voice goes out in this message as well. So we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles comes up in the read, so there's definitely a new beginning here with that energy. And we have the Death card as well, which is that portal. So going through the portal to this new beginning in the near future. The twins expand. And I was saying 2, 3, instead of 0, 1, 0, 1, like I always show you, staying close to 0 point, I was getting twins expand to 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. I actually literally got 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. As message of detox of the King of Swords reversed, or even more out of control. So he's either detoxing or like pushed even more out of control into more lies, digging, and I was getting literally digging himself deeper. Digging self in deeper. Around the world announced openly to women about Thoth and Wise Eagle, Lion, North and South nodes and poles, that the X's, which I'm referring to the X of the chromosomes, the female chromosome, but it brings up X as well. The X's and 0 point infinity. Right. So, and I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but in infinity, the X of the feminine is the middle of the infinity, and then the loops or the completion of the circuits on the outer sides is the masculine energy. And it's interesting because that one of the messages I got through as far as a visual was the conversion of that to the that's a closed circuit, to the open circuit of the N of Jesus with the 2 eyes next to it, which one eye goes in one side and then one eye, the other eye goes in the other side. So if you literally draw circles to show that flow of energy, it shows going from the infinity closed circuit to then it's like this to an open circuit. Okay, so some pretty cool stuff comes through. So gray skies are vying for position, as well as what was coming up, which will come up later in the read. The King of Wands and King of Cups were vying for position when the King of Pentacles has ducked out. So the King of Pentacles was showing up reversed. So it could be the masculine leaving. It could be the older person who may be sick, who can't work anymore. But there's definitely like of 3 people, there's 1 leaving, or it could be 2 people and 1 leaving, and 2 of those kings are the same person, that kind of thing. But the King of Cups and King of Wands were coming here, coming up there upright, and the King of Pentacles was reversed. But it looks like they were vying for position after that, and really were kind of lost and didn't know what to do without the attention, because the other person's not around, the divine masculine. So, gray skies vying for position of truth and triumph. And then the silver lining playbook came up again. I'm sorry, I don't remember names and titles since my concussion. It's really hard for me to retrieve words sometimes. So if I say something wrong, I'm doing my best. And I do look things up as much as I can, but it's a lot. I mean, I spend hours on this stuff. So silver lining playbook comes up again. Okay, and looking into the meaning of that movie. That's why these titles come up, because there's themes there that you need to understand. Injured right hand from slamming fist down. God has handed the truth on a royal platter. A crown breakthrough and all. Wing nuts came up and latches, herbs and foxtails. that truth equals blue skies. And then I was referenced to my song because and I love this line actually. The lyrics from one of my songs that I wrote, it's called Venus 680, in case you're interested, because that's one of my favorite songs. The line is, the clouds part only for blue skies. Or maybe I said clouds clear. I can't, when I'm not singing, I can't remember the words even. A cloud's clear only for blue skies, and life stops only for love. Okay, so the Spirit was asking me to bring that up in reference to truth equals blue skies. It's hard to compete on unstable ground, even if finding peace in truth. The Divine Masculine's been offered a new life, deliberating his freedom, or the Queen of Wands reversed, whose world has been turned around by the truth, or can't complete his world until she decides what she wants to do. But she's coming up reversed. Like I said, in the masculine read, all the queens were reversed. I don't think it was that bad for the feminine read. There was a lot of, dark night energy in the masculine read. I wasn't getting that for the feminine read, but she's definitely feeling some of his energies coming through. Keep an open mind is the underlying energy for the feminine, and also past life relationship that you've known this person before is beneath that. Keep an open mind. Even if he seems very different from you, remember that he's not, okay? You just come from two sides. The perspectives come from different ways, but you are always looking at the same thing. Dreams of lilies are out, and narcissist on the other side. Antenna as his guide. Okay, so that's coming. The narcissist energy is coming from the Trove of Sexual Magic, the Hierophant, who has a big gray beard and a woolly hat, and he's all pumped up like a weightlifter. He's very narcissistic energy. So whoever that is, it doesn't have to be the Divine Masculine. It could be a karmic. It could be a father figure. But that's coming up for the feminine in her underlying energy. It's like all of her synchronicities are out there. And then this narcissist energy on the other side, antenna out as his guide. So whether it's just, 3D antenna stuff coming up, 1212 was just up, and that's all about wisdom and seeing another perspective. But there could be someone, who always rely on their 3D information on the news or whatever, as opposed to using their own guidance. New love and loss, longing for twin or children longing about the past and going within. So really, this is the second time I got this message today, that it's not just about the divine feminine with the new love and loss, but children are going through this too, whether it's a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend, or them just going through a split up of their parents, but learning from it, because no one has time for them, they're learning from it on their own, and because they're already upgraded DNA from us, they're ascending more quickly. So they're getting it. So most likely, the Divine Masculines are going to start learning from their children what they need to know. But the children are learning about the past, letting go of it, and learning to go within instead. Flame at the fountain, his hand on a letter, first prize trophy presented in a window, silver cup, dessert and a cherry on top. On one knee, some freshly cut flowers or herbs, but can she accept that he's not who he was in the past? New beginnings comes up for the Divine Feminine, and even more so, creativity. Okay? So there definitely could be proposals here. There's definitely a man down on his knee, and I've never gotten this part of the card emphasized before. So the only thing in this card, though, is even though the guy's down on one knee, because this before referenced the karmics, so the karmic of the feminine or the masculine down on one knee, to the Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine who was thinking about somebody else. So now it's the other way, where the masculine does come to you and maybe proposes, but then you're thinking, can I really trust him? Is he really someone I can count on who's not going to hurt me? So, but there's definitely a proposal. There's definitely positive energy here. It's really beautiful, actually. So, if the Divine Feminine Lover made a decision to announce information to free herself from a box, shining light no matter what. Remember, you're to be you no matter what, not to please your Divine Masculine.
You're to be you because you're you. Okay? He's supposed to love you just as you are. Doesn't mean you can't concede on anything, or that you can't compromise. But it's about not compromising who you are. It's keeping sovereign while coming together. Okay? And it's okay if you don't both see eye to eye on everything. That's okay. You can leave it at that. And you know how to deal with hurt feelings, right? So freed self from prison for the feminine. Even if he runs away, there's still no escape. You know that. The winged angel. Ground control to Major Tom. So the feminine's coming up here is ground control, which then confirms what I was just saying before in the coding, that Spirit's telling you that you're the lead, you're the guide. Okay? You're the center point. Your foot caught in the spokes trying to escape for the masculine is actually making it tighter. You know how when Chinese torture, when you try to take your finger out but it only gets tighter? That's coming up for the masculine. Ending up to be hung by one foot, right? Because it's literally showing his foot getting caught in the spokes, and he'll literally end up like the hangman in the picture, upside down. Okay? He's like caused his own trap. But the truth shall set you free, but it may take some time for the chips to fall where they may. And the underlying energies that came up, and Spirit's connecting with me, the signs that came up for the underlying energy were Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Taurus. That was it for the underlying energy. For the rest of the read, a lot more, most of the signs come up. But for the underlying energy, that was it. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Taurus. To stay open for you guys and not to cling to the past and new beginnings. So that's the message again for the feminine, you know. It's okay to take a glance back, but don't stay there, okay? Come out of it. Don't sit in those emotions. Recently for the feminine, so now we get into the read, the messenger of truth rushed in to declare love and open their heart completely or more fully, despite having been ignored in the past. Foundation of shadow and being depressed in confrontation, but letting go of all of the wounds. So the feminine has come a long way. Centrally, there's excitement here to be awake. So now the feminine's really enjoying her awakening, but feeling the divine masculine still suffering in the E tower, which is the divine feminine's heart, and jealousy coming up. The challenge being staying grounded amidst thinking, okay, weakness, also grounding amidst feeling like you're on thin ice, like maybe you're grounded, but you feel like maybe it's thin ice though, and it might not stay that way. But also weakness and looking back to the past with soulmate partner, if you have a soulmate partner who's still around, or just thinking about your twin. The King of Wands wounded warrior is hung up on the left knee of the feminine twin, or the power, because this was coming up earlier, of Nai or knee from Monty Python, and that has to do with taking power, showing your power. So the King of Wands wounded warrior is hung up on the left knee, which is the feminine strength, okay, the feminine power of the twin, perfect partner for work and love. Now the E tower, and the King of Wands doesn't have to be the twin, it can be the karmic masculine or the twin masculine or the twin flame. But now the feminine, the E tower, Rapunzel in the tower, the divine feminine's heart, who's now letting people in, is the tower of strength, exposing held back feelings or energies that were sneaky because they were hidden, or kids not expressing and trying to get out of it. Or some happy not to express it because they didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So it wasn't trying to be sneaky, it was just trying not to hurt anyone. So over the loss and sadness, the King of Pentacles reversed, which is actually coming up in the divine feminine's position as how she sees herself, but she could be seeing herself as her twin or in her masculine. But this is the King of Pentacles reversed, which is either someone who's greedy or someone who's lost money and status. Okay, so it's more representative of. It can be that the feminine has lost money and status in her masculine with business. It may not be doing as well as it needs to be, but it also is could be coming through from the masculine as well, having lost power position. money, status, whatever it is, but still, but the King of Pentacles, whoever it is, the masculine or the feminine, or both, but are not that upset about it because they're still seeing that they have their kids, they have their twin, and they are now released from a prison, whether it's a real prison or a mental prison that they've made on their own. The King of Cups and King of Wands are not getting any attention now that the King of Pentacles reversed is gone. The Divine Feminine heart is performing or juggling or staying balanced despite multiple things, juggling in the air, and doing this for a reunion. It could be with the King of Wands, or the King of Wands could be a karmic energy who is jealous and wants reunion and is willing to drop the burdens and forget the past because he's hung up on the codependent relationship, the nightmare of the big love, and the jealousy that she's not interested in him anymore, that she's interested in somebody else, and the Queen of Swords that he lost because he lost a really good thing. So it's not the King of Wands here. I wasn't really getting as the masculine. I was getting it more of karmic energy, whether it's a father or a brother or a karmic relationship you're still with, or one that was in the past. That could definitely be coming up as the King of Wands. But the King of Cups and the King of Wands looked like, and they had come up from that masculine read the other day as the Emperor and the brother, whereas the masculine was the King of Swords or King of Pentacles. He usually comes up as one or the other because he's the logical man, and then he's the King of Pentacles at work, making his money. So that's, take it as it fits your situation. But either way, it's coming up as some codependent energy of the karmics, okay? And it could be the masculine and his karmic relationship as well, but here we're talking about the feminine read. The karmics, and the King and Queen of Wands do come up as the representative karmic couple. So the masculine could be represented as the King of Wands when he's in his karmic couple, okay? And then he becomes more himself when he's the King of Swords. And then at work he always comes up as the King of Pentacles. But and then King of Cups as well, like when he's with family and kids, they come up that way, okay? So now the E-Tower, the Divine Feminine's heart, the Tower of Strength, exposing held back feelings or energies that were sneaky because they were hidden, or kids not expressing and trying to get out of it, or happy not to express so they didn't hurt anyone's feelings. So over the loss and sadness, this King of Pentacles reversed lost money and status, but still has kids or twin, and released from prison now, so people are getting out of their heads. King of Cups and King of Wands with no attention now that the King of Pentacles reversed is gone. It was really funny because they're both upright, but they're kind of, the card is in between them and they're kind of like looking at each other, what do we do now? It was really funny. So the Divine Feminine, so like I said, she's juggling or staying balanced despite all the multiple things that she's doing, vying for union. So there's a vying in the masculine's world, but there's also a vying in the feminine's world. Well, she's vying for his attention. But maybe she's getting multiple people, she's getting attention from multiple people, not trying to, but maybe she is, and maybe the masculine feels that too. That was interesting too, because one of the energy things that came up last year or the year before was that with a famous person, all of the energies of lust and love for that famous person, whether it's a rock musician or whatever, that they literally feel that. So even if you don't know that you're getting attention, your masculine could feel it, and it could make him feel jealous, that kind of thing, and vice versa. So the King of Wands, like I said, could be karmic that's jealous and wants reunion and willing to drop the burdens and forget the past to come back together. But again, it's still a codependent relationship. It's a nightmare of a big love in his perspective of the Queen of Swords that he lost. The other signs that come up for the read were Aries, Sag, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Gemini, and Libra. Protecting from, so there may be energy that the Divine Masculine was protecting you from his karmic, or maybe he was protecting his karmic from you because of what she told him, you know, acting like all this, that there's something that she did, or, you know, that kind of thing. That was the energy that was coming up. Soon there's an opportunity to come together for the journey. It may be slow at work, but there's a lover there that makes him happy in a new life. A diamond in the rough may have been protecting you from a karmic bull. It could have been a karmic Taurus, or someone's just a bully, or protecting karmic from you because she said so, because she's dominating and she bullied him into it. The Divine Feminine is the King of Pentacles. Over loss, she's coming up as the King of Pentacles, but he came up reversed earlier in the read. I don't know if he's still reversed here. But over loss, sitting on their savings, possibly stressed out, or not sleeping well, or crying at night, but in control. Or there's an emperor controlling you. So be careful, because codependency is coming up in this read, and it looks like there's an emperor over the King of Pentacles. So whether that's you or your twin, there's a codependency there. Someone's trying to control you, and whoever this is allowing the emperor to control them. So codependency comes up, as well as pay attention to the red flags, which is all about following your guides and your signs and synchronicities. And then the emperor is there. So the pay attention to the red flags was specifically, and codependency, regarding the emperor. And then the emperor comes at the end, like 2 more times. So emperor was all over the place. Around the Divine Feminine is Trinity, the workplace. In the past, may be taken down, and now moving forward with a split. So if it's you still with your karmic masculine, or you at work leaving a job, something's finally happening, okay? Well, if you've been in separation for a long time but you haven't moved out yet, that's happening. Or same with a job. If something's been coming to a head and you kind of had an underlying feeling about it, it's now happening, where you're leaving a job, you're leaving a relationship, whatever is in the way is now clearing. The feminine needs to clear blocks about family happiness and what it is to be emotionally fulfilled in a family way, having their eye on the prize, synchronicities, and sovereignty, or clear blocks about celebrating separation. Okay? And clear it about coming together in heartbreak too, because you're not going to come together in heartbreak. You're going to come back together when you're both strong and happy, because that's what draws you to each other. Okay, so the masculine is going to be the weaker one as far as emotional stuff is concerned when you end up coming together. Okay, moderation, and then surrender and health come up even more than moderation. So again, it's about surrender. That's the portal. That's the death. You need to die to switch over to the next dimension, okay? And then health. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Are you sleeping enough? Are you eating the right foods? Are you drinking enough water? All of those things. Make sure you're focusing on you. And then the emperor is starting to lose the ability to see the light of the trophy wife. That was literally coming up from the card. But that's what's happening. Either the light's shining on the trophy wife, which he sees as his divine feminine, or the karmic wife is getting the light to shine on her and trying to put her stuff in front of him, but he doesn't see it, he doesn't feel it anymore at all. He can't help it. He just can't see her light anymore. And it's all business, like there's no love life, that kind of thing. The magician and the karmic transitioning. And the energies coming up of the karmic here were Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, specifically for karmic energies, whether it's the masculine or the feminine. And then for the divine masculine, Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius were coming up specifically. So transition to present 4D, choosing the left, the feminine, and the world, tired of pain and betrayal. The divine feminine still need their karmic, or still with their karmic, or the divine masculine is still with their karmic. That's what this applies to. Okay? That they're choosing the left for the feminine because they're tired of all the pain and betrayal in their relationship. So there's a lot of masculine energy around this portal. The magician, the chariot, temperance, right, which is the angel, but it's also strong about patience and losing tempers and things like that. The Emperor came up twice around the outcome card, okay? And loveless marriage is shown right there as well. Okay, so there's lots of masculine energy around this. All business, no love. And this definitely has to do with the karmic relationships and the masculine's not feeling it anymore. There's new love or self-love and uncomfortable feelings at the present time going through this portal. There's frustration, and that's attached to Cancer, standing up to others, and then, sorry about that. The new love or self-love is coming up as attached to Cancer energies. The uncomfortable feelings are coming up as attached to Aries. There's frustration, standing up to others, and then needing to rest afterwards, okay? So the Queen of Swords was hiding, okay? It's actually a card was hiding. I didn't even see it until the last minute. So that's the Queen of Swords. In the aftermath, the Queen of Cups is impatient, losing temper, but both upright, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. It could be both the Divine Feminine in different situations, depending on what your template is for your union. Or it could be two people in your world, Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups. But one was definitely resting, and it seemed very Divine Feminine, where she's doing too much work and then she needs to rest, okay? The other one, Queen of Cups, was coming up as cleaning up after New Year's, impatient, losing their temper with kids, whatever it is. But both are upright now, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is cleaning up to go back to work or to come together to create. So there's focus on the Divine Feminine and a Pisces child, or the Divine Feminine's inner child. Lots of heat or truth and shadow as the King of Pentacles at work, opening his heart or his inner child, or his actual child, who may be over suffering. They've been suffering in a breakup if parents are splitting up. But there's a new life for the family, and the Divine Feminine's heart is transforming and staying present. And this is helping. This is the moderation that's coming up, that when she stays present and she transforms her heart into that peaceful place, then everything can start unfolding. The conflict of the masculine shadow side at work. The inner child or actual child is getting over the suffering and the breakup for a new life emotionally, and emotionally fulfilled family. The Divine Feminine needs to allow, to let in the death, okay, because that's just a change in dimension. To walk through the portal to the other side, into another dimension, into the present. Okay? So the challenge card was the Two of Cups. So it's all about seeing eye to eye. The challenge is seeing eye to eye. To seeing things in the same way, even though you come from two totally different perspectives. Oh, and here's the picture, just to show you real quick in my notes. I don't know if you can see it at the top right there. See? You have the X, like, as the, over here, as the infinity, and then how it's this, the open circuit of the N over here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but... Alright, so I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you guys. So take a deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay, so today, January 1st, 2019, I haven't written it down wrong yet today, so I'm very proud of myself. So for everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned, from Spirit, from Masters, Guides, ETs, our angels, and what is it that we need to know? What's our guidance? And, oh, good. The bottom of the deck is Sphinx, and it's number 20. Number 20 is the Judgment card. It's the source energy supporting the feminine, okay, which is good, which is what we need right now. And the Sphinx is all about Akashic records as well. The affirmation from the Sphinx is I connect to the God force within the Sphinx. Okay, the cards that came out for you guys, did I say the number? Yes, 20, which is a 2. The cards that came out for you was Thoth first, which came up for me today. I don't know if it was this read or another read I did today, but Thoth definitely came up. 31 is the 5 of Wands, which definitely came up. It was underlying energy today, the 5 of Wands. So the 31 is a 4. It's 4 of structure and stability. It's the one of the masculine on the inside, the masculine focused, selfish, more, blinders on.
energy, and then the 3 on the outside of joy, smiling, social, expressing yourself the way you'd like to. So Thoth says, Thoth, a high priest in the golden era of Atlantis, led his tribe to South America to become the Inca civilization. He taught that when every single aspect is in tune, the whole is automatically in harmony. Your guidance is to bring all parts of your life and body into alignment so that you can enjoy perfect health and happiness. Imagine every cell of your body is part of an orchestra. Let your thoughts conduct a magnificent concert for radiant well-being. Attune to each area of your life to a higher purpose. Attune it so that your life is a celebration. And the affirmation is, my life and my health are in perfect harmony. So just make sure if you're ignoring one aspect of your life to, catch up and pay more attention to that when you can, okay? And this always reminds me of my dad so much, because that's my dad wasn't religious or spiritual at all. He was a scientist. So he was a doctor, and I always see Thoth too as that. He's like the god of the genius scientist, who's running around teaching. And so everything that this says is exactly how my father saw the world. And for religious people who are on this journey, whose background is very religious, you have to understand, in this journey, you don't need to be spiritual or religious at all to be this light worker. And a lot of the masculines will not be. Because just like my father, he believed that the body is made up of cells who all work together to create harmony, right? And that's how you get a healthy body. And it's exactly what we believe in, as spiritual people. He just says it in a different way. So it's still about energy. Scientists just talk about it in a different way. You don't have to be religious or spiritual to be a light worker. So I want to make sure everyone understands that. Mary Magdalene is the other card that came up. It's number 35. 35 is the wounded warrior. Okay, so when we talk about wounded warrior, we often think of the masculine. But this is telling you that, and the wounded warrior was definitely coming up as the feminine today. The wounded warrior was Mary Magdalene, because she fought for him. She was doing all this work for him, right? She felt him on the cross. So 35 is an 8. 8 is that being at 0 point, that balance, inner strength, outer strength, power, and manifesting on a higher level. It's that 5 of freedom on the inside, and that 3 of happy-go-lucky joy on the outside. Mary Magdalene was the high initiate of the Order of Essenes and the spiritual partner of Jesus. She's now mastered the 6th ray, raising dogma into spirituality. Mary Magdalene's ascension retreat is Marseille with an S. She radiates a glowing buttercup yellow light to all who attune to her. Her light was hidden from us for centuries as she was misjudged about her role in Jesus' life, and if you felt wronged or misunderstood, Mary Magdalene offers you the courage to maintain your integrity. This card is an invitation to attune to Mary Magdalene to receive her blessing, and the affirmation is, I maintain my truth and see the spirituality in all things. And this card coming up today is very important, and I was, the buttercup yellow in the cards was really popping at me today to confirm these messages. But it's about the fact that you, as the divine feminine third party, could be misjudged, very much so. And there will be actual situations where, not very nice circumstances come up because you are seen as Mary Magdalene. Okay? Because they don't understand what you're going through, because how can they possibly if they haven't experienced that and are actually feeling the energy of their partner every day. Okay? So they think you're just being meddling or you want sex from your masculine, which I'm not saying you don't, but that's not what it's about. Okay? It's all about love. So Thoth was about my life and my health are in perfect harmony, and then Mary is I maintain my truth and see the spirituality in all things. So even if someone attacks you, it's about seeing the spirituality in that as well. Okay? Seeing the pain that they're going through, because they're only attacking you because they're feeling pain. So this now for the this is for the past life deck. Here in a line. For January 1st, 2019, January 1st, 2019. For everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all is concerned. What is the message for us? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay. The trees is at the bottom of the deck.
which again, this is very much about the crucifixion card in the Mary Magdalene deck. Okay, only in that deck there's two trees with the sun, there's like two lines of trees with the sun shining down the middle. Okay, that's the crucifixion card in the Mary Magdalene deck. So this card reminds me very much of that. It's just there's only one tree and the sun's breaking through. Excuse me. And then the spouse is beneath that. Just I'll show you because the coloring is so identical. Okay, so the sun is breaking through. Okay, for the spouse. Okay, and this is a positive spouse card. So it's a very beautiful new love. It's fresh and pure, and the sun's shining through, and the sun in this card matches the dress. And it's very much coming through as well. And she's got a beautiful lace parasol, white lace and promises, and spirits connecting. I'm getting a lot of energies now that this year's changed, that actually the sun is becoming the feminine as opposed to the masculine. And here we have it again, that the sun is matching her white dress. So please comment on that if you'd like. And then the cards that came up for you guys are Trust and Faith and Wars and Battles. Okay, these are the two cards that came up for you. I'm getting that message too that I got earlier, again, about how nature has always protected you. When we were in the Civil Wars, you know, when they were out in the fields fighting, literally, you know, it wasn't like today where they just throw bombs at each other. They were actually literally out there on foot, you know, killing each other. But Mother Nature was always there to help them and protect them, you know, and give them things they needed. To have trust and faith. Because the sun was there as well. The sun always broke through every morning. On the wing of angels. The wings of angels. Always breaking through. Even if you were someone who had a near-death experience and you were close to death, maybe no one came to get you, you know, and you had no faith. You know, it's like, God, why have you forsaken me? And then the sun came out and someone arrived. Okay? So we've all experienced some degree of that. Of thinking it was the end and then seeing that the light came through finally. But sometimes it takes a while. You have to allow the seasons. You have to allow the marinating of the lessons to be learned. You know, just think about all those lessons that were learned in all the wars and battles. You know, all of those people who were experiencing near-death experiences, and everyone who was injured, who died or didn't die, or lost someone. So everybody was injured. Oh, nobody wins. Okay? In wars and battles, there's never winners. Okay? Because then someone always loses and gets killed or hurt. And then it's not just about that person getting hurt, but all the people who love them, and etc. on both sides. Okay? You know that. It's about having trust and faith. This is why we're not to get triggered. Because no one ever wins when that happens. Alright, so for the journey of love, take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay, so for everyone watching this January 1st, 2019, for everyone watching in the highest and best of all those concerned, what do the Masters want us to know? What do we need to know? Maybe Thoth and Mary Magdalene? Thoth and Mary Magdalene? What is the message from you? What do we need to know? What is the guidance for everyone watching? For the best and highest of all those concerned. What do we need to know? Thoth and Mary Magdalene? Thoth? This is Thoth messing me up. He's doing it on purpose, and I just got like 6 cards. All right. That was the choice. All right, Thoth and Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, please get him under control for us. Thank you. The Cosmic Butterfly is the bottom of the deck, 36. Thoth is very funny. All right. The Cosmic Butterfly 36. 36 is the Ten of Wands, which came up in the reads today. It's all about dropping your burdens or confessing. And that's the cosmic butterfly here. I'll just show you the picture again, but alright, look how beautiful that is. The colors are gorgeous. And this is, I mean, it's the butterfly, so obviously the underlying energy is about transformation. But the picture is literally about the male and the female lying together. And not just seeing this color skin, or whatever color your skin is, but seeing all of the colors of the rainbow within you. And the cards that came out, which are beautiful, they are beautifully synchronized. I'm going to show you together. One of them is 49, Woman of Light. The other one's 46, Just for a Moment, Joy. Okay. So really beautiful. I don't know if you can see them really well there, but okay. Alright, so one, it's like they're doing the same thing, but just from different perspectives. Ah, there you go. So I love how Spirit does this. And just the darkest background of this card blends into the other card, but nothing else. Everything else is different for her. So this one's like a younger child who's just got her arms up and radiate, and the light's just going back and forth from her heart. She's just free and totally free. The other one is more grown. She's been hurt more. And she's literally able to reign in the light. She's got a hold of the light, literally. She's actually able to control it. Whereas the younger girl is just basking in its glow. The more mature, the master ones actually know how to manipulate it. And that's called manifestation. Okay, so we have lots of greens and purples. There's a little orange and magenta in here too. And Just for a Moment, Joy. 46 and 49. 46 is a 1. It's that masculine energy. It's the Six of Cups, the kids in the garden. And then the Woman of Light, 49, is a 9. It's the Nine of Cups. But 49 is a 4. So that's all about self-satisfaction, being very happy on your own, okay, without needing someone to rely on. And then also it's 47, 47. So that wants to come up too. So, but that's your Get Your Wish card. 47, 47 is the Seven of Cups card. That's about dreams come true, heaven in their eyes, right? Manifesting heaven. All right, so 46 and 49 we have. 46, Just for a Moment, Joy. What we feel and express, what we choose at any given time, is our offering to the divine cosmic matrix. It germinates and is reflected back to us as manifestation in this material reality. Can you choose to gentle your heart, to let it be open to light and to life, even if it's just for a moment? If you're in the midst of darkness, of deep suffering, can you find, even just for a moment, the joy of existence underneath it? It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms in yes, the universe responds in kind. This oracle brings you a message. In this moment, trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found, no matter how hard that may be to believe right now. Let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can, and you'll be allowing yourself to let the divine take over and sort out what needs to happen here. There's help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You're being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to disassemble yourself a little or a lot, and let your true nature, which is joy always, bubble to the surface without rhyme or reason other than just because it lives. Love is magic, like a balmy breeze. On a winter's night, it feels so good. You want it to last forever. And love is magic because we make it so, by opening to the pleasure of being alive and sharing the joy we feel. And when we're not looking, the night may warm again. And that's perfect because it was really warm today. All right. Okay, so you just have to, that's about the trust and having faith. And sometimes it just takes a while, and you have to be patient and allow it. And sometimes you're going to feel like crap, and that's just how it is today, because you're just not there yet, which is okay. Do your best and just trust, allow, and the seasons will change. So the Woman of Light, 49, pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the divine to be eternal. There's no limit to my peace, to my pleasure, as I rise and rise and rise again. Capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh, coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now, I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. This oracle brings your guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self as part of your spiritual destiny, or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one in your midst, or soon will be. Receiving the blessing that emanates from such a being, or to behold one, is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you're having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such an awakened one, or awakened ones, but loving devotion, so that they may serve the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, and even more to become such a living light. So take delight. And the poem reads, I asked God for a deepening of my love, and without realizing that the deeper I was willing to go, the more it involved letting go of any part of myself that wanted to love and still be safe. In surrender to the possible lay the greatest potential for love, at levels before unknown, like a cistern that holds the nectar of life and gives its precious fluid, only to be filled again with nature's flow. Such knowingness is a gift, for if you can embrace the blessing, you can live without question, relaxing and replenishing with each breath, each kiss, always whole. Okay? Which is very true. It doesn't seem like it when you're in your dark night. I can attest to that. But when you allow the universe to guide you, and only take action when you're inspired to do through your guidance, that's when you act, because then you know what you're supposed to do. And if you don't, then let it go and enjoy yourself. Do the things that you love to do. That's the inspiration. You only act on inspiration. You should never be doing things that you hate to do. So even when you don't want to clean the house, don't do it when you don't want to do it. There's going to be a time when you're inspired to do it, and you're actually going to enjoy the cleansing feeling of it. I'm going to pull you from my Universal Golden. I'm going to pull you a couple extra cards today, just because I feel like it. This is for my Divine Feminines. 5252, the Queen of Swords, that's us. She's all about being in her truth. She just needs to get happy. Queen of Swords is the third suit in the journey. The Pentacles is the final suit. Queen of Swords just needs to manifest her journey. She needs to manifest her way in the world by doing what she loves, and know that she is worthy of it. She's worthy of receiving money for her time, and she's worthy of great wealth if that's what she dreams of. Okay? Whatever you dream of is not the same for everyone. Everyone's different. You know, for me, especially at my age, you know, simplicity has much more meaning to me than you know, having, you know, what you think of when you're young, when you want to be out and about and be seen with famous people, you know, all that kind of thing. As you get older, you realize how much responsibility is in all of these things, and sometimes it's just nice to have simplicity so you can just relax and enjoy the things that you love to do. Or be free so you can travel. So it's all up to you. And it doesn't have to stay the same. You can change it whenever you want to. It's whatever you love at every moment. Staying present. Okay. So for the Divine Feminine, January 1st, 2019. Come on, cards. Come on, Thoth. Thoth and Mary Magdalene. Give me some really good messages for these guides. Alright. Now this deck, they're not reversed. They're all uprights. we have to read it as such. The bottom of the deck, I'll show you the bottom 3. I'll show you the 4th one. Actually, gone back there, kind of nice actually. So the bottom of the deck, the bottom 3 are the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and then the Queen of Wands. Okay, so that's very much of the energy of when you were feeling like you're in prison, doing too much. Actually, just before that were some very positive energies. 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and then the Star card. Okay, can't beat that by much in getting those 3 together, because that's about a new life and dreams, right? And this is already here in the underlying energy. So that's here. And then we got the juggling. So whether it's you juggling too much, and that's what's putting you in a mental prison again. So if you left a job that didn't resonate with you, and now you're doing the job that is better for you, but now you're doing too much and you're not balanced, you're not taking care of your health, or whatever area of your life, your family, if something's lacking, it might be showing that to you because you're putting yourself in a prison by stressing. And we should never be in a place of stress, because you need to learn to stop. I mean, for me, I have to make myself stop doing this, because I enjoyed decoding so much that I could just sit for hours and do it. But the Queen of Wands is coming up here. So there may be energy of her now knowing that the masculine's really been juggling between her and somebody else, and that has put her in a prison. But also the masculine was getting out of prison. For the masculine and feminine today, it was definitely coming out of that mental prison. So now the karmics are going into a prison. All right, so there's always a back and forth here, one or the other. The cards that came up for you guys, these 3 came out first. Okay, so we have Strength, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor, which I told you he came out like three or 4 times in this read today. And here he is again. So we have a Leo, an Aries, and then the Knight of Pentacles in the middle. So it definitely could be on the karmic side. The masculine could feel like he's between his partner and their father. Maybe works for the father, right? Or this could be like the Divine Feminine, the Knight of Pentacles, between the karmic and the Divine Masculine. Or vice versa, if the Divine Feminine is still with her karmic, it could be the Divine Masculine coming in between her and her karmic. Okay, so there's definitely, it could be just the Leo offering something to the Emperor here too as well, offering something practical. It's like the Leo is the karmic energy offering money or work now to get the Emperor to stay, whether that's the Divine Masculine or her father. But it seems like it's the masculine in this read. Because I'm getting that this is the Queen of Wands energy, which definitely would be Leo. So it's like the karmic is offering her work. So maybe karmic who doesn't work, because she's always, the masculine promised her he would always do everything for her, and they have a very traditional relationship, which is not going to be always the case for everyone. But not in a situation, maybe now she's being forced to work and she resisted it, and now that he's threatening to leave, she's offering money or help to him. It also could be just the Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine being strong and offering their help to an Emperor, whether that be to the masculine or to a father or to the karmic masculine. Whoever the Emperor is right now, he's controlling you though. The Emperor is very much in this card. The Emperor is still controlling whoever this is. So stop allowing them to control, because codependency was coming up here. Stop allowing the Emperor to control you. This is the final card though, okay? You need to find, this can be arrogance or it can be happiness. And if you're allowing someone to control you, this is their arrogance. If you're not letting them control you, then this is going to be your happiness. Okay? This is the Get Your Wish card. It's about finding your happiness without needing anyone else around. Not about arrogance. But if you're allowing someone else to control you, it's definitely going to be their arrogance. Okay? So drink your water. Water. I sound like a Philadelphian. Drink your water. Water. Get your rest and make sure your life is well balanced. It might be a time, January 1st, to take a look at your life and see where you need a little work, okay? Rise and be loved. Bye, guys. Sorry about that.